I never thought I'd see the day my school turned into something out of a survival movie, but it happened last year during my junior year. It started like any other day, except halfway through fourth period, we heard a deep groaning noise above us. The lights flickered and dust rained from the ceiling. The teacher paused, then told us to get under our desks, but the loudspeaker crackled on and the principal's voice came through, sounding scared. "Students and staff, please remain calm and shelter in place." That was it. No explanation. Just remain calm. Everyone was looking around, whispering, some crying, while others tried to call their parents, but the signal was terrible. The low groaning above us turned into sharp cracks echoing down the halls, and then we heard something heavy fall in the distance, like a locker bank tipping over. About 10 minutes later, an announcement told us to evacuate to the gym instead of outside because the weather had gotten bad. So, we grabbed our backpacks, thinking it was just a drill gone wrong, and headed there. That's when the real chaos started. As soon as we got into the gym, a huge boom shook the floor and the lights went out. People screamed and emergency lights flickered red across the bleachers. Dust clouded the air and the building groaned like it was alive. A teacher yelled for everyone to sit down, but panic took over. Some people ran for the doors, only to find them jammed shut by fallen ceiling tiles and debris. We were trapped. A group of kids, including me, moved toward the locker rooms, looking for water, but the water fountains were dead. People were coughing from the dust, and a few students started arguing over bottles of water in backpacks. One kid tried to take a bottle from another, and it turned into a shoving match that ended with both of them falling to the floor, crying and screaming at each other. Teachers tried to keep people calm, but every new crack from the ceiling sent waves of panic through the gym. The emergency lights began to flicker and die, and we sat in that red gloom, listening to the building creak and shift around us, like it was taking deep breaths. Someone in the corner started praying out loud, and another kid was hyperventilating, begging to go home. Hours felt like days, but it was only about 45 minutes before firefighters finally broke through one of the side doors, letting in cold, fresh air that cut through the dust and fear. They yelled for us to leave everything and get out immediately. We lined up, coughing, shaking, moving around fallen beams and cracked concrete. I remember stepping outside, the sky cloudy and gray, feeling the cold air on my skin and thinking, we made it. We were about 50 feet away on the field when a deep rumble shook the ground under us. We turned around, and the gym, the place we had just been trapped inside, began to cave in. The roof folded like paper, sending up a massive cloud of dust and debris, and the ground shook so hard some people fell to their knees. It was like watching a slow-motion nightmare, seeing the place you've walked into every day just crumble. We all stood there, covered in dust, tears mixing with the grime on our faces, realizing how close we were to being inside when it finally collapsed. 10 minutes. That was all the time between being trapped inside and watching it fall. They told us later that a burst water main had weakened the foundation, causing the collapse. If the firefighters hadn't gotten to us when they did, I wouldn't be here writing this. Now, every creak in a building makes me flinch, and every day feels like a gift I didn't know I almost lost.